Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to another episode of TekTopia. Today we are going to be constructing a very important and long overdue building in our city, which is the school, because right now I'm getting absolutely zero luck with having nomads spawn in every morning, so we're going to have to resort to getting children to work for us instead. Not quite, they're going to grow up first, but yeah, we're going to need to get a school up and running today because, well, at the moment I can't really get any more citizens until we do that. We're also going to need to get some hearts from the villagers that wake up every morning, and if we just head down into my storage system here and where I have my base set up just down this ladder, and I look inside of my village items chest, you can see we have a good number of hearts, but not that many. I could definitely do with a few more. So I think the very first thing we should do is go to bed, and in the morning hopefully we can ransack the apartments and find a couple more there. Good morning villagers, have any of you been kind to me and given me some hearts? I can hear a couple of twinkles. Good, we got one in here, that's a good start. Any more than that though? I don't hear any more. This is another problem. Getting hearts, it's not as frequent as you would think. I can't honestly remember what the happiness is like with our villagers. Maybe I should just go and check on one at random. You're pretty new, the chef. Let's check on one of the older guys, one of the farmers here. Yeah, you're 100% happiness. You're a little bit low, but I mean, yeah, they should be spawning in some hearts, but I'm just not getting that lucky with them anymore. Hopefully when we do get to a certain point in time where we plan on getting loads and loads of villagers, because that's what I want to do with this city here, see if we can get up to 250, I think it said it was. Hopefully we can start getting a few more there instead of just one every day. Otherwise, I unfortunately don't think that 250 figure is going to be possible. So we're going to start building the school very shortly, but before we do that, let's have a quick look around what we did last episode, which was this building right here, which is our tavern. A futuristic tavern at that. It's not your typical tavern. I think we said we would just call this a bar instead, but we'll just take a quick look in case you did miss the last episode, where we basically have a staircase that leads to the tavern itself. It's still not really functional at the moment because, well, as you can see, the item frame is without the icon in, and that's mainly just because emerald supplies were pretty short. So yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that at some stage, but not today. Today we're focusing on building the school. And I think it's going to be built either in this platform or this one over here. And I'm thinking we may honestly just do this one because, well, we've already got the tavern built on this side and the pathway is partially connected. So yeah, we may as well just complete this little triangle of platforms. That should be pretty cool to see. So we're just going to jump straight into a time lapse here. I'll see you guys, ouch, in a minute, where hopefully I will no longer be decapitated. Well, I've managed to get my head back, which is good, but now my torso is missing, so it's a little bit of a problem, but we will pursue, do not worry. So here is the building, and it's a bit of a weird one. I feel as though I've said that after every single build we've done so far. This one is a bit more reminiscent of our central storage room, at least compared to the others. Quite often, you know, these ones going around here, minus the drill of course, they're pretty simplified in a way, like they're quite bland. And I kind of mean that in a positive way. This one, there's a lot going on, and I kind of like the look of it. I wouldn't want to do it for all of our buildings, but you can kind of see how this one is closer to this one, say, than this one is to this one. Am I making any sense here? You know what? It doesn't matter. This is the building. You can see it here in all of its glory. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So we have a main entrance over here, which they will probably use from time to time, but I also wanted to, hello creeper, please evacuate the school, thank you very much. I wanted to have lots of different entrances, so we kind of got 4 corners going on the inside here, and as you can see in the center, on the inside, I've kind of just smoothed everything out, made the ceilings and the walls and the floor look nice and fancy, ready to do some building inside of here, which is going to consist of some chairs and something to teach the kids. And that thing is not a teacher, although it kind of is, because obviously the school doesn't really function without a teacher, so we have to have them in here. But the thing that's going to be teaching our precious, innocently minded children is a giant screen, a 4-sided one at that. This is the future after all, the machines are doing all of the work for us. So I just thought this was a fun little thing. Instead of doing the usual thing that I do with schools in TekTopia, where I place a bunch of chairs in front of a teacher's desk, we'll make it a screen. So yeah, we have a screen that the kids can sit in front of and be taught some very helpful information. This definitely doesn't seem dystopian and evil in any way whatsoever. It is perfectly healthy. So yeah, we have our big screen in the middle, 4-sided, using some sea lanterns. I did try and make some like paintings or item frames or something like that to look as though something was on the screen, but I think it's just best if we leave it blank. Maybe for the thumbnail I'll put something in front of it. I don't know, I'll see if I can Photoshop my way through. But the way this screen is of course being powered is via solar panels. We've got our daylight detector on top, which is utilizing the sun that's going through our big glass dome on the roof, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the main part, gunpowder please leave, of this building, obviously the big screen, and the rest pretty much just consists of a bunch of different chairs. I think these are counted to 44 in total. Yeah, I think there's 44 chairs, I'm pretty sure. 11 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, so 44 in total, which is probably overkill, at least at the moment. It most certainly will be, but the thinking is, in, I don't know, 10 episodes time, when we're nearing the time where we want to try and get 250 villagers or something, super high numbers like that, I'm probably going to reach a point where I'm spawning in lots of kids all at once. So I'm probably going to need the extra chairs in the school. So it's going to look really empty for now, but in some time, hopefully we can have a packed school filled with 44 children at some point in time. That seems pretty drastic and crazy for right now, but hey, you never know, we might be able to do it eventually. This clip is going to come across as a little bit of a continuity error. As you can see, currently there is no school over here, and that's only because I'm mid-time-lapse right now, and I've just spotted a bunch of nomads strolling into town. I think I've just seen 3 or 4 of them. One of them's right here, so I just thought I'd take the time to maybe hand out some of these tokens whilst these guys have actually decided to pay me a visit today. First one is Berthold over there, is that your name? Yeah, he's got 13 intelligence, that's not too bad. I think you can become the chef, the second one of the city. Oh, you're right here, convening or congregating to a nice spot. 9 intelligence. You can be the blacksmith, sure. Nobody get in the way of this one. Dell, you're the other blacksmith. Oh, here's the 4th one. Isaac, you can be a druid. We don't have one of them yet, so Isaac, just hold still. There you go, buddy. There's our first druid of the city in the new uniform that I don't think we've seen before. That's pretty cool. And the last one here, you guys are doing great. Who's this? Daedric? Is that your name? Yeah, Daedric. 8 intelligence. Let's get another miner, I think. Ooh, bit of a lag spike there, but there we go. Daedric is another miner. Now, to make it even more confusing, I'm handing out some more tokens to Tavern here, but the school is actually finished, as you can kind of see off in the distance there. So another bit of a jump in time. I'm confusing myself here. Hopefully it makes sense for you guys. But Tavern, come here. Oh, 19 intelligence. My friend, that is smart stuff. You can become the secondary druid. And I think it's actually best if we leave these guys all ticked up here. What I've done in the past is focused one of them, for example, on Earth Reform and untick those two like that. But I've had multiple people tell me in the comments that the way druids work is throughout the day they will kind of have segments of time where they will choose to do one of their 3 skills. So throughout a third of the day that they're awake, they'll choose to grow some trees, and then they'll head to the crops and try and grow them, and then they'll head down to the mines and do their Earth Reform skill. So if we only had the Earth Reform skill, I'm fairly certain they would just be waddling around the other 2/3 of the day. So yeah, I think it is definitely best to leave them all just like that, and they can go about and do their own thing whenever they want to. I think I should have enough emeralds to make a couple of purchases in our tiny town hall here. So I'm looking for you, architect. Just about found you in this crowded spot. I would like to buy the school. 56 emeralds. Okay, that is very cheap. I thought it was going to be much more expensive than that. So there we go. There's our school. Oh guys, could you not do this? I need the tradesman here, where I would like to buy a teacher, and we should definitely have enough to do that. I don't know if it's advantageous to buy more than one teacher. I never have before in the past, so I'm not going to do it this time. And it's only 12 emeralds, so yeah, there we go. We'll just get one of those, and hopefully we can either spawn in a child now. Oh wait, no, we should probably make a nomad a teacher first, instead of sending a child to a teacherless school. I know we got the screen, but I haven't plugged it in yet. Yeah, we'll go with that. Haven't plugged it in. So that means I'm going to have to wait around for a nomad to show up, and we'll give them the token here. But for right now, there's a couple of things we can do. One of them is to set up our school so that it's ready to go. And to do that, very simply, we just need to land here, place down our item frame, and hope this goes nice and shiny. Oh, it always scares me. When you first put it in for the very first time, it always takes a second just to load up, and I'm always scared that, something has gone wrong. Just terrible with this place and it doesn't work. But no, it does. It's a functioning school. We just got to get the teacher. And the other thing we can do, which I think we'll actually have to wait for the morning because... Oh no, they're in here. I basically just wanted to see how the smithies were doing in the blacksmith, because I have not seen them. Miner, I don't really know why you're here, but ever since we built this a few episodes ago, I haven't once seen a single smithy inside of here, so it's good to see them using it, I guess. Maybe in the morning I can check back with them and maybe, see them using the anvil or actually putting stuff in the furnaces instead of just walking around and then directly back out. I'm really curious. What are you doing? Do miners go inside of the smithy? I don't know why they would, other than to get coal, perhaps. I'm not sure if it's been evident or not, but over the past few episodes, I've been trying to show villagers just doing villager things, doing their tasks, doing their jobs and their chores. And I've mainly just been doing that because I feel like I've neglected them a little bit in this series. It was really cool to begin with, seeing them go about their daily routines and doing their thing, but then I kind of just skipped over it for the most part. And I've been seeing some people in the comments saying that they would like to see some more of that, so I'm trying to do that, and I think it's cool. You guys can get immersed in the series, and it just makes it feel a whole more alive for you guys. Obviously, I see them doing their stuff all the time, but I feel like it's good just to focus on them a little bit every now and again. And is that a nomad I see? I believe it's 2. Alright, let's go check these guys out. I've got 3 tokens to hand out, and there's actually 3 nomads, which is perfect, and I'm going to pick the smartest of all of you to be the teacher. I feel like that makes sense. So we got a 9 over there. Kashmir is 13. Oh, we got 4. Perfect. 8. Okay, looks like we're definitely going to have a female teacher. Lorelli, you need to go to school yourself, I think. Okay, Kashmir, I can't say I've heard that one before. You, my friend, are going to become the village teacher. Oh, that looks weird from this angle. It looks like those are her eyes. No, it's her glasses. So, yep, she's off to go teach. She has no pupils at the moment because, well, I'm out of bed space now. I need to get some more homes before I spawn in any children, but that's awesome. And just so I can quickly show you, here is the teacher skin from the pack that we're using. Don't think we've seen this one before. Alaric, is that your name? Alaric? I'm not sure how to say it, buddy, but there you go. You can become a miner. And where has your friend gone? I know. Oh, there you are. Okay, perfect. Let's take a land here. What is your name? Albert Hartman. There we go. You can become the secondary miner. Now I'm all out of tokens. It's typical, isn't it? The minute the school is finished, nomads are just showing up left, right, and center. You guys are so late. I needed you earlier, but it's okay. The school is going to be good in the long run. Teach here has arrived at the school and she's looking very bored, I'll be honest. There's not a whole lot for you to do at the moment. I guess in the meantime, can you get the screen to work? Do you know where the plug is? Because I still have no idea. Okay, this is new. A necromancer approaches our village. I have not seen this before. Okay, he would most likely be spawning right over here on the edge somewhere. Did I just see his particles? No, where is he? I'm scared he's like in the center of the village. Let's have a look around. Don't see him just yet. Is he on one of these outer blocks? No, nothing just yet. So yeah, we haven't had a necromancer attack. This is the very first one. Obviously, there are 0 guards in the village, which does not bode well. Is he up on the roof? Where is he? This is slightly concerning. They used to spawn before we built those 2 platforms up here in the top of the apartment. Has he made his way to here? I don't believe so, and I should not have taken the staircase because it takes forever to get down. But yeah, no, he's not in the apartments. I genuinely have no idea where the necromancer is. He definitely spawned in, like 100%. You guys saw it. I heard it. He's here. I don't know where though. Look. A necromancer approaches the village. He's here. But where? It's scaring me. Is he down here? Is that a possibility? Is he in the town hall? Has he got like lodged in a tiny little gap somewhere? I mean, no one's taken damage or anything like that, so he hasn't been successful in his attack. Maybe it was a glitch. That is entirely possible. I might have just got the message and then maybe he had nowhere good to spawn, so he just didn't. Oh no, okay, we found it. Oh, he's stuck in a block. Okay, perfect. I will take that with ease. Okay, my friend, you are a dead. Thank you very much. I will take those emeralds. Before we got attacked by the necromancer, I was trying to tell you guys that a feature of the teacher, who I'm not sure where she is at the moment, but basically, she will use books crafted by the enchanter to speed up the process of learning for the children. Now, they'll get smarter quicker, basically. It makes the school more efficient, and I've kind of not bothered with that in previous villages, and I think it's mainly just because I've had a supreme lack of leather, and we plan on getting some pretty big animal pens at some point in time. Obviously, they're not really set up at the moment. We have no animals. We actually have no ranchers. I think that's the main reason why. But I'm curious as to whether or not I can craft my own books and she will use them. So I'm going to do some testing and see if that's possible. So I think what we're going to do is grab some books. Maybe not all of them. How about just 5 or something? Yeah, that should do. And I'm going to go upstairs, put them in a chest inside of the storage room and mark a chest. We'll actually do it here on camera if I can fly, please. Thank you very much. So if we head inside of the storage room here and we just pick a chest at random, maybe an empty one. There we go. This one doesn't have anything. And we put our books inside of there and we'll just mark it by having a torch next to it there. There we go. Now I can remember. And I'm going to just go do some other things. Unless you want to do it right now, teacher. No, she does not. I'm going to keep my eye on this chest and see if she picks them up at all. In the meantime, I'm going to make a slight modification to our cow farm that we built. I think it was 2 episodes ago. And when I say a slight modification, I mean I'm just going to destroy this thing and build something a whole lot simpler. So this is a design from TangoTek, and it's no fault of Tango's whatsoever. But in the episode, well, we had a bit of a malfunction, to say the least. And I don't think that is Tango's fault. I'm pretty sure I've done something wrong here and I don't really want to have to rebuild this thing again. So I'm just going to do something a lot simpler that I can actually wrap my head around. So here's what we have, and I'm not too sure how obvious it was to tell how it works through the time lapse, so I'm not going to explain properly because, well, it doesn't actually work. I made a bit of a mistake, so I've got something set up down here, but basically the cows are currently stood on top of the fence, and I think I was confusing it with a chicken farm, thinking the baby cows could slip through the side. But they can't, so I'm going to do something that will work and is actually better. We're going to push some trapdoors into position, and I've tested this in my creative world, and it does work. They should just stay on top of the block and not fall through, but let's give it a quick push here. And yeah, okay, so they're on top of the trapdoor, same with that one, and same with that one. The fence is now out of the way, so we can go ahead and get rid of all of them. And this basically allows us to control whether we want to bump up the population here inside of all of these holes, or allow it so that babies can fall through. So if we just break a couple of blocks here, it's a bit of a mess, but as you can see, the iron bars are in position, and we need to find a way to actually turn them off and on. So I think if we were to place a lever here and give that a flick, no, okay, I need to basically power the trapdoor somehow. Let me just think how I can do that. Aha, that is the sound I wanted to hear. Okay, so the trapdoors are all open, and then if we can just get back up here, you should be able to see the cows. Oh, why are you guys not falling through? Oh, it's because they're not moving around. Okay, that's fine. But basically, the hitbox of a cow is like a solid block. Near enough. So they can't fall down the trapdoor. Now, the babies at the moment are just stood on the edge of the trapdoor. So I'm thinking when we press this button, which is actually the feeding button. So if we just give these guys some wheat and breed them on all up, we should be able to turn that off and then see, in theory, some baby cows in the water stream. And in theory, my theory is not proving great right now. Oh, they have. Okay, fantastic. They make it to the end here and they'll grow up, and then I'll kill them with my looting sword. I'm guessing they don't fall through 100% of the time. I guess what I could do is sort of get in there myself and wriggle around and push them down that way. It's not the best, but it would work. So I might mess around with this a little bit more, see if I can get it just up and running, but hey, it's a lot better than the mess I had set up before. Once again, not Tango's fault, it's just my own redstone incompetence. Okay, I think I got something set up here. So as you can see, we've got our levers all flicked up and connected to some redstone down here, just so I don't have to, you know, go all the way down there to flick it. And if we turn this, then the trapdoor is set to open, meaning the babies can fall through. Haven't really figured out how to make it work 100% of the time, but I'm sure I'll get a couple every now and again. If not, entity cramming will sort them out. But so if I want the babies to fall through, I'll have it flicked like that, allowing the trapdoor to be open. And if I want to stock up, you know, to get this to a higher number so we can then breed more babies, I will flick it up like that and close it up, and then nothing can fall through. So at the moment, I'm just trying to get the numbers up a little bit, which I only have a couple in each one at the moment, so I got a bit of that to do, but I think it's okay. I mean, it works, right? We got some babies down here ready to grow up, so I'm gonna call that a semi-success. So now we are ready to check on the storage room and see if our teacher actually grabbed those books. It's this chest right here, and it's been a good couple of Minecraft days, so she would have if she could have. And she has not. Okay, I'm guessing it has to be crafted by the enchanter. Well, that kind of makes having a good cow farm completely useless. My plan basically was, if she ended up taking those books, I was just gonna like mass produce them. I was gonna build a sugarcane. Hey, you wanna grab them now? Teacher, they're over here. Over here. No, she doesn't want them. I was gonna make a sugarcane farm, another one in this city, or not another one in the city. We have one in Eriduine, but another sugarcane farm in the world. And then obviously with all the leather I could have got for my cow farm, I was gonna make a bunch of books and just really get some smart kids. But obviously she's being very picky and only wants ones from the enchanter, which I guess is fair enough, but it just means the cow farm is for me and me only. So this week I found myself having a little bit of extra recording time so I can work some more on this episode. However, looking at that time, you'll be able to see it's nearly over. We're reaching the end. So we're not going to be doing any more work by building some structures or anything like that. I would just like to do some grunt work that's going to allow me to have more time in the coming episodes, and to do that I'm gonna fill in as many of these platforms as I possibly can. And of course, I don't mean by building something on top of them. I mean by filling it all in with the cyan concrete here, completing the bridges, as well as doing the beams underneath. This whole thing, it takes a surprising amount of time each time. And if I could just do a bunch now, well, it's gonna save me a bunch of time in the future. So I'm going to head to the desert, as well as the bottom of the ocean, grab some sand and gravel, craft up a bunch of concrete, and see how many of these platforms we can fill in. I do not think it's going to be all of them, because there's still quite a few remaining, but if I could just get a handful, that would be great. I think that's gonna do it for me today. I don't really want to do any more than this. I've been placing blocks down for too long and I would quite like a break. So we have done only 3, but it is the 3 largest, so I'm happy we got all of these done and out of the way with, and obviously lit up with the sea lanterns, meaning we only have 6 left to fill out, which maybe I can do just off camera when I get a spare, I don't know, 20 minutes to do each platform. I think it takes something like that. But I have done the very tedious task of planting out where the bottom of all of the water pillars are going to go. So these are obviously placed down symmetrically for each platform, and it takes a while to count out all of the blocks underneath. So each of the platforms have those marked out too, ready to go, which is another good job done. But yeah, that everybody, now we have all of those platforms filled out, is where we're going to call it for today's episode. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.